Please subscribe, and you can download this code from description below. In Python, the yield keyword is used in the context of defining generator functions. Generator functions allow you to create iterators in a more convenient and memory-efficient way than traditional iterators. When you use yield within a function, it transforms that function into a generator. In this tutorial, we will explore what the yield keyword does in Python, how it differs from a regular function, and provide code examples to illustrate its usage. Before diving into the yield keyword, let's briefly understand what generators are. In Python, generators are a type of iterable, just like lists or tuples, but they do not store all their values in memory at once. Instead, they generate values on the fly, allowing you to work with large datasets without consuming excessive memory. To create a generator, you use the yield keyword inside a function. When Python encounters the yield keyword, it suspends the function's execution and returns the yielded value to the caller. The function state is saved so that it can be resumed from where it left off the next time it's called. Here's a basic syntax example. Output. In this example, my_generator is a generator function that yields 3 values. When you iterate over the generator object gen, the function is executed up to the first yield statement, and the value 1 is yielded. The function state is saved, so it can continue from the next yield statement when the loop continues. Here are the key differences between generator functions and regular functions. Return versus yield. Regular functions use the return keyword to send a value back to the caller, which ends the function's execution. In contrast, generator functions use yield to send a value to the caller while preserving the function's state. Execution control. In regular functions, the entire function is executed from start to finish. In generator functions, execution can be paused and resumed, allowing for efficient iteration over large data streams. Memory usage. Generator functions are memory efficient because they don't store all their values in memory simultaneously. They generate values on the fly, making them suitable for processing large data sets. Let's create a generator function to generate Fibonacci numbers. Output. In this example, Fibonacci_generator generates an infinite sequence of Fibonacci numbers. We use next, fib_gen, to retrieve each number one at a time, and the generator function remembers its state between calls. The yield keyword in Python is a powerful tool for creating generator functions that allow efficient iteration over large data sets. It enables you to create iterators with minimal memory consumption and can simplify complex iteration scenarios. Understanding how to use yield is a valuable skill for any Python developer. Inheritance is a fundamental concept in object-oriented programming, OOP, that allows you to create a new class, the child or subclass, by inheriting attributes and methods from an existing class, the parent or superclass. However, there may be situations where you want to disable or override a function inherited from the parent class. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to disable a function in Python using inheritance, and provide code examples to illustrate this concept. Inheritance allows you to create a hierarchy of classes, where a subclass inherits properties and behaviors, attributes and methods, from a superclass. This enables code reuse and the creation of more specialized classes that build upon existing functionality. To disable a function inherited from a parent class, you can simply define a method with the same name in the child class. This is known as method overriding. The new method in the child class will take precedence over the method with the same name in the parent class, effectively disabling it. Here's the basic syntax for method overriding. Output. In this example, the child class inherits from parent class and overrides the sum_function, method. When we call sum underscore function, on child underscore obj, it prints the message defined in the child class, effectively disabling the function from the parent class. Let's look at a more practical example involving a class that calculates the area of geometric shapes. We'll create a base class with a method to calculate the area and then create a subclass that disables the area calculation for a specific shape. In this example, the shape class has a calculate underscore area method defined as a placeholder. The circle class overrides this method to calculate the area of a circle, while the ChatGPT